But I want to talk about a little bit about the blues. I want to start off with a guy named Robert Johnson from 19. He was basically, for those of you who don't know, full disclosure, this guy died in 1930. I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but he died in 1938. He was born in 1911. He is very, very old. Why is he still relevant today? Well, because he is the founding member. He is a founding guitarist of the blues. If you want to talk about the blues, like any famous guitarist at any given point in history, we'll go back in time and point to this guy, Robert Johnson, to talk about the blues and how he played. For those of you who don't know who have no idea what I'm talking about, let me just before I get to the actual history of it, there's a very good documentary on Netflix. You guys can check this out, called Robert Johnson, the Delta King of Blues. And it goes into his backstory. It's actually not even an hour long. It's like 45 minutes long for the blues and whatnot, and you can check it out. So it gives because this guy really introduced different playing of guitar, truthfully, and it led to different types of hundreds of thousands of, if not millions of people picked up a guitar because of him. The Rolling Stones were a big one. Eric Clapton's a big one. And I'll get to a couple others in a second. But Robert Johnson is incredible because the story goes, and I don't want to spoil the documentary too much, but Bill, I don't know if you've ever heard about this, but stop me when you've heard this. This is the rumor down in Mississippi that the blues started when Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil. Now,
I've heard this before.
You've heard this before? Okay.
So, I don't know the whole story, but I've heard this. Go on.
Yeah.
I'm suddenly interested.
It's very fascinating to me, truthfully, because when you think about guitar and you think about solos and how to play, it really all started with this guy. So basically, Robert Johnson said he wanted to be a better guitar player. So he went to the Crossroads, which I'll get to in a second, called Crossroad Blues, and he wrote a song about going to the crossroads. That where he sold his soul to the devil. Truthfully, and this is truth back in the 30s. So you gotta think there's some mystery to it, but there's some truth to it possibly as well. He sold his soul to the devil to become a virtuoso guitar player. And within about 2 years, he was a virtuoso blues guitar player. And a lot of his chords, a lot of his playing is widely received as some of the greatest guitar playing of all time. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but it's like I said, the documentary on Netflix, check it out. It's really good. But listen, this guy, Robert Johnson, if you've never heard his blues stuff, by the way, the Cream song, the Eric Clapton Cream, like a Cream, song, Crossroads is a cover of Robert Johnson. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
So this has been Random Facts with JT. How about that?
Random Facts with JT. Sorry, it doesn't have the same ring.
It doesn't have the same jingle. It's okay. But Eric Clapton, who is a virtuoso blues guitar player, learned from Robert Johnson. He learned from him and a couple of guys I'm going to mention. But this guy, Robert Johnson, if you haven't, their Spotify numbers are not high at all. But if you have time, check out these guitar players. Robert Johnson is a pivotal one as far as like how music today is, regardless of what you think of it. His blues playing has stood the test of time. I highly recommend you check out his work. He only released like a one album or two albums. Then he died. But his death is a little bit of a mystery still, but whatever.
Yeah, and you know what about a Robert Johnson? JT, have you ever seen the movie Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
I have not.
No, they actually have a character in that film who's actually based off of Robert Johnson.
Oh, get out, really?
Yeah, because they basically says, what are you doing? Well, I basically sold my soul to the devil.
Yeah. Because that's the rumors that's the mystery saying that he sold his soul to the devil to become a virtuoso guitar player.
What you think about it? What does that slogan even mean?
What, like he sold his soul to the devil? What do you mean?
Like, what does it really mean? He sold.
No, there's down in like the southern half of the country, it's just particular in Mississippi. Report has it that the mystery and the lore and whatnot of the blues. He did soul because he died a year or two later after that meeting. So only a couple of his recordings exist, but so many people learn from them, which is very interesting and inspiring. So that's just me. But Robert Johnson, check him out. He's a fantastic. He was one of the greatest guitarists ever. And as far as the blues go, a lot of people learn from him.